Here's a question that sounds simple until you actually think about it. When your car turns a corner, the outer wheels travel further than the inner ones, measurably further, sometimes half a meter per corner. So why don't your tires screech and scrub and fight each other every single time you turn the wheel? The answer is a lump of gears hidden in your axle, and by the end of this, I promise you'll understand exactly how it pulls off something that sounds impossible. So step back and look at what this lump of gears actually achieves. Every corner you take, thousands of times a year, it silently lets your outer wheel run faster than your inner one while still driving both. No scrubbing, no juddering, no thought from you at all. It turns the drive 90 degrees, splits it perfectly in two, and solves that impossible speed contradiction with nothing but bevel gears rolling on a pin. Next time you swing round a roundabout, that quiet lump in your axle is doing live mathematics under your feet. And honestly, once you see it, you never quite unsee it. So engineers fought that flaw for decades. The limited slip diff adds clutch packs or a cam mechanism that resists too big a speed difference, so when one wheel spins up, some torque gets forced across to the other. A Torsen uses clever worm gears that bind under load to do the same thing mechanically, and modern cars often just cheat with electronics. The ABS sensors spot a spinning wheel and dab that brake, tricking the open diff into feeding torque to the grit side. Same 200-year-old gear cluster underneath, just with a smarter referee bolted on top. But that equal torque trick has a nasty catch. Because torque is always split 50-50, the wheel with the least grip decides how much both wheels get. Put one wheel on ice and the other on dry tarmac. The icy wheel needs almost no torque to spin, so the diff sends that tiny amount to both. The icy wheel spins uselessly. The gripped wheel gets the same feeble torque and just sits there. You're stuck, one wheel merrily spinning in the air. Sounds like a design failure, but it's the direct price of that perfectly equal split we just admired. There's a second thing this gear cluster does that most people miss. It doesn't just balance speed, it splits torque. Because the spider gears push on both side gears through the same teeth, the force going to each wheel is always identical, 50-50 no matter what. And that's genuinely elegant, because it means the diff self-balances the drive between your wheels without any electronics, no sensors, no clever software, just the physics of gear teeth pushing on gear teeth. This is Victorian engineering, patented back in the 1820s, and it's still sitting under your car right now doing the exact same job. Now you turn the corner and the outer wheel wants to go faster. Here's where it gets clever. The carrier keeps spinning at its average speed, but the spider gears start to rotate on their own pin. As they spin, they roll along one side gear and against the other. Because they mesh with both, whatever extra speed they give the outer side gear, they take away from the inner one by exactly the same amount. Speed up the outside by 10 RPM, slow the inside by 10. The average always equals the ring gear's speed. It's a beautifully simple bit of geometry doing live arithmetic. Inside the carrier that spins with the ring gear, there are two gears facing your wheels. The side gears, one on each half shaft. And bridging between them sit the spider gears, usually two small bevel gears mounted on a pin. Now watch what happens driving in a straight line. The whole carrier spins as one lump. The spider gears don't rotate on their own pin at all, they just carry the drive across to both side gears equally. Both wheels get the same speed, the same torque, and the little spiders are just along for the ride. It's when you turn that they finally wake up. Here's the core trick. Power comes out of your gearbox down the prop shaft, spinning along the length of the car. But your wheels spin on a sideways axis, 90 degrees off. So the first job is turning that rotation through a right angle. That's a small pinion gear meshing into a big ring gear bolted to the differential. The ring gear's the thing actually driving your wheels. But, and this is the clever bit, the two hash shafts to your wheels aren't bolted straight to that ring gear. They connect through a little cluster of gears riding inside it. And that cluster is where the magic happens. Think about what your driven wheels are being asked to do. In a straight line, both wheels turn at exactly the same speed. Easy. But the moment you turn, the outer wheel is tracing a bigger circle than the inner one. On a tight corner, the outside wheel might travel a full meter further in the same second. If both wheels were locked to one solid axle, one of them would have to slip, scrub, or hop. You'd feel it, you'd hear it, and you'd shred tires in a week. So engineers needed a device that drives both wheels, yet lets each spin at its own speed. That contradiction is the whole puzzle. Quick word from what keeps the lights on here, and this one's for the folks watching who actually work on the tools. If you're a builder, contractor, or run a site team in the UK, you'll know the pain of writing RAMs, risk assessments, and method statements.